6 months ago, if someone told me I'd be standing outside room 404 with divorce papers in my hand, ready to destroy 2 marriages and end a career, I would have laughed. Now, checking my watch at 2:47 p.m. on a Tuesday, I felt nothing but cold satisfaction. My name is Griffin Aldrich, and until 18 months ago, I thought I had the perfect life. Seraphina and I were high school sweethearts from Bakersfield. We built everything from scratch, me working construction through her college years, her supporting me through my MBA. 15 years of marriage, a house in Riverside with a 2-car garage and white picket fence. The American dream, complete with Sunday barbecues and matching coffee mugs. The first crack appeared when Sarah got promoted to regional director at Meridian Consulting. Suddenly, she had strategic planning sessions every Thursday night, weekend retreats in San Diego, 3-day conferences in Phoenix that required that black silk dress she'd never worn for me. I rationalized everything. Career advancement demands sacrifice. She's finally getting recognition. I should be proud, not suspicious. But gut instinct has a way of cutting through rationalization. The night I found her new phone with a passcode, after 12 years of complete transparency, I knew. Still, I waited 3 more weeks before calling Frank Peterson, a private investigator my divorce attorney friend recommended. "You sure you want to know?" Frank asked during our first meeting. "I'm already living without her," I replied. "I just need proof." Frank delivered. Photos of Sarah entering the Marriott downtown with Thomas Hartwell, her married boss. Receipts showing corporate expense accounts paying for their romantic getaways. Fraud, technically. 18 months of systematic deception involving 2 families and 3 children. The most damaging evidence came from an unexpected source, Ava Hartwell, Thomas's wife of 22 years. I found Ava through social media, sent a careful message. We met at a coffee shop in Pasadena, 2 strangers united by betrayal. She was elegant, composed, with steel-gray eyes that had clearly processed her own suspicions. "I've known for 6 months," she said quietly. "I was gathering evidence for custody arrangements." "What changed your mind about staying quiet?" Her smile was arctic. "I found out about the corporate fraud. They've stolen over $30,000. That's not just adultery, it's criminal." We became unlikely allies. Ava had connections in corporate compliance. I had Frank's surveillance evidence. Together, we built an airtight case that would destroy them professionally, personally, and financially. The plan was surgical. HR complaints citing morality clauses in both their contracts. Fraud reports to Meridian's board. Legal action initiated at the same time to lock down all financial resources. Subtle but targeted online disclosures guaranteed their public image collapsed alongside their professional standing. But first, the confrontation. Frank confirmed they'd be at the Marriott today. Room 404. I stood in the hallway with Ava, both of us wearing business attire like we were attending a board meeting, which, in a way, we were. I knocked. "Housekeeping." Thomas answered in a hotel bathrobe, face dropping when he saw us. "Griffin? What are you—" Surprise. I pushed past him into the room. Sarah sat on the bed in that black silk dress, frozen like a deer in headlights. The room reeked of guilt and expensive cologne. I spread our evidence across the desk like poker cards. Photographs, financial records, corporate communications, witness statements. "Impressive collection," Ava said, standing beside me. 18 months of documented fraud and adultery. Sarah finally found her voice. "Griffin, let me explain." "No need." I placed the divorce papers on the nightstand. "Ava's got copies for Thomas. We've also prepared some reading material for Meridian's board, the IRS, and your respective social circles." Thomas stepped forward. "You can't—" "We already have." Ava's voice could have frozen water. "HR received our complaint this morning. Corporate compliance gets the fraud documentation tomorrow. Your wife's attorney will be served within the hour." The color drained from both their faces as reality hit. No corporate protection, no financial safety net, no character witnesses willing to risk association. The perfect marriage was built on lies, I told Sarah. The perfect career was funded by theft. Now you get to see how imperfect life becomes when consequences arrive. We left them sitting in that hotel room, surrounded by the wreckage of their choices. 3 weeks later, both were unemployed. Meridian's investigation confirmed systematic expense fraud, $32,000 stolen over 18 months. No one in their industry would touch them. Their social media accounts went dark after mutual friends began distancing themselves. The divorce settlement stripped them of everything they'd built together. Sarah kept her car and personal belongings. Everything else, house, savings, retirement accounts, got divided according to prenups they'd never expected to matter. I felt peace for the first time in years. My phone still gets occasional texts from Sarah pleading for reconciliation, for closure, for a chance to explain everything. My attorney sends cease and desist letters. Some bridges burn so completely that no reconstruction is possible. The perfect husband passed in room 404. The perfect wife never existed. Now I'm just a man who knows exactly what he will and won't tolerate, and what happens when someone crosses those lines. Justice served cold is still justice served.